Well, hello again, and welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, guys and gals, cardboard crawlers of all nations. Appreciate you tuning in here at the Cardboard Crawlers Outdoor Amphitheater with that Maz Designs JLU right there. One of my first quote-unquote builds, and we've got the Maz Designs cliffhanger with the Fury Tech full-size Komodo and that bad dude right there. I believe we're running Injora links on the undercarriage of that thing and a Maz Designs front link. We got some Injora wheels and Maz titanium beadlock rings right there, looking pretty dang sweet on that rig. And 57 by 22 millimeter Injora Chirac tire on that bad dude, running a stock Injora axles on that. I might have some CVDs in that, and I think we're running aluminum knuckles and possible. No, we're running aluminum knuckles, and we got like a 6 millimeter hot racing axle widener kit in that. So not the hex wideners, but you can see the little spacer there on the back, and it's like a 6 millimeter widener kit. Something that used to be really popular, I believe, with those. It was one of the first ways to get them a little stance width. And then on a lot of my other rigs, I just run a hex widener. It's cheap and easy, and easy. Easy is as easy does. It's not like we're running these things in a high-speed comp. They're not running down no drag strip or nothing. They don't need to be highly balanced in that regard. It's nice for them to be balanced on their, side hills and whatnot, and front to back as far as your weight distribution goes. But you don't need a super highly balanced machine. And both of these may be running a axle widener kit in them. I'm gonna have to look at that white Jeep. It's not right here on the bench in front of me where I'm editing, so I'll look at it here in a bit. But I might get a closer. It might just be running like a black brass hex kit in it. That could be why I'm a little bit deceived when I see that. It is running a set of the not pine trees, but they're the saplings by CCXRC inserts, and in those 55 millimeter by 22 millimeter Injora pin tires. That's that second style of comp pins that they made, not the big tall 62 narrow ones, but these little bit wider ones in a 55 millimeter. And I see a couple people running them out there, and it's a real nice tire. Like, it really looks good on the Jeep, size wise, scale wise. It's a good size, and they had good grip to begin with the foams in them. I was running an undersized foam in them for a while, and then I went to this insert from Tony at CCXRC, and it was a game changer for those tires for sure. It really, they were designed for a 54 millimeter tire, but running them in that extra millimeter, those are a 55 millimeter tire. You're not changing the world with 1 millimeter over here, people. I got 12 millimeters of snow the entire season I was in China. It didn't change the way that we did our job one single bit. Could have done with it or without it, and we would have been just fine. We were working with all man-made out there. So, like I said, 1 millimeter is not going to make a huge difference there. They'd probably fit in a 53 millimeter tire. They were designed for a 54. They were designed for the Patagonia Milestars, or the Milestar Patagonias, I should say. And but they fit really good in those. So if anybody was questioning that, because I know on the website he's only got a couple tires listed for that, but I'm here to tell you, ladies and gentlemen, me and Blue Cardboard Crawlers #1 right there. We run those in that Jeep, and it really changed the game on the grip of those tires. It is insanely compressive and grippy and impressive. The change that it made. You get no bounce out of them, and they grab and they go, and let's get her done, son. She's a ripper. So really like that tire setup and the tire and insert in the wheels, and of course it looks great on some Maz Designs double stars, and those are kind of a special edition tire right there. That wheel, I should say. I talked old Maz out of those a while back, and those are like a flat, like a matte raw finish on those, almost like a bead blasted finish to them. They look really sweet up close. Kind of can't tell in distance, but it's a really nice looking wheel. All the double stars are really good looking. It's just a little bit different finish than the full production ones. Those were a pre-production, and I'm really stoked to have them, and I love running them. They look great on that rig, even though that rig used to have red slippers on it all the time. She doesn't anymore. That's what she runs. There's talk of maybe doing some different colors. Maz might come up with some different colors here in the next few months, and so we shall wait and see. If a red comes out, that Jeep will end up with red again on it. But if not, she looks good with those wheels on there, and getting new parts is not necessarily something I'm doing right now anyway. That'll be job dependent, as we all know, and first world problems for sure. Still living la vida loca, having a great time. A little bit rainy here the past couple of days has kept me away from the video making. I do have some rocks indoors, and I just really didn't feel like those lines just weren't calling out to me to go drive on. Did some other things, just taking care of some inside chores that I've been procrastinating on, and recovering from all that food we ate on Christmas and all those good times we were having. So recovering from that, and just having a great old day here in Southern Pines. I tell you what, the rain quit on us about midday. It was kind of misty and overcast, and still overcast while I'm out here filming, but the rocks dried up pretty good, nice and grippy. With all that rain, they get washed off, and you get lots of good grip when you can get unstuck. And the tires were pulling up some sand, but seemed to be just spinning them off as you went along, and still having a good time. So got out here and filmed a little bit with a couple of these micro rigs on a Wednesday evening after Christmas, pre-New Year's. Really appreciate each and every one of you, and remember, if you do like this content, please like, subscribe, and share, as I am a very small channel and you may not see me in your feed. Hit that notification bell if you want to be notified when any of these videos come up. It's pure entertainment. I'm not trying to sell you nothing. I'm not trying to get you to buy anything. I'm just trying to get you by your day, get you to enjoy your life and live a little vicariously through me, through these little fun toys. Remember, we're all just a bunch of grown men playing with trucks. So what are you going to do about that, right? Definitely not going to complain about it. That'd be like that dog over there complaining about having his best life. I tell you what. I had that dog. He's 13 years old, and I've known him since he was about 4 weeks old. I was working on a farm when I got that dog, and he picked me. So the farmer down the street, she had a litter of 10 of them, And she was so overwhelmed that she would bring some of them by, or our farmer would go down and visit her, and he'd come back with a truckload of them every once in a while. And the mama dog would sometimes come along. And we had a couple of big German Shepherds on our farm, and boy, I tell you what, they'd pick those dogs. They'd be running along playing with those puppies, and this one German Shepherd, Lucy, she was a female, pure black German Shepherd. She would run along and just pick one of those dogs up in her mouth and throw her to the other side of her. And, man, good times, good memories. I can remember when he just barely fit in the palm of my hand, just was just a little tiny fur ball. And at the time, I probably could have ended up with two of them. Would have been a heck of a little different journey if we had two of those wild animals together. I tell you what, one is sometimes a handful, but he is, other than life itself, probably one of the best things that ever happened to me. So I'm very grateful to him, and I try to make sure that he has his needs met, and he is well taken care of. And he does the same for me. So remember, no matter where you are, there you go. And if you got a friend like him with you, it ain't far to happiness. So sweet, sweet ride right there coming right at you. She's got her little toe strap just in case anybody gets stuck on this trail while we're out here. She got herself one of them kinetic ropes, so to speak. And I picked that particular elastic up in the sewing section of Hobby Lobby one afternoon. I had some other stuff that was probably a couple millimeters thicker, probably double the thickness of that. And it just seemed that the elasticity would wear out very quickly. You could stretch it out, and it would not. It lost its memory, and so I ended up. And it was a bummer because my nephews all have straps on their trucks, and they'd come over and they'd look like an old stretched out T-shirt hanging off the back there, and wouldn't fit from the front to the back anymore, and I'd have to remake them and whatnot. And so this new elastic that I found is so much better. It's only like a 4 millimeter thick, maybe it's 5 millimeters thick, something like that, but definitely not thick at all. So and nice and stretchy, and I put some heat shrink on each end of it and made them real smooth and nice. So nice to have those out there. It's the same material that I run on the little winches that I've made, and it's like I said, keeping its memory makes it a lot more useful. So that's about all we have for this evening. Hope you enjoyed that little crawl out there in the amphitheater, and I really appreciate y'all. Have a great night. Cardboard Crawlers out.